This next case is the murder for hire case that we want to talk to y'all about. It's been going on for the last couple of days. So this first suspect here is an inmate within the Bexar County Jail. He's been here on a charge of aggravated robbery for some time. Inmate Adrian Farias. So the other day y'all may have seen where we were in Commissioner's Court talking about us building up our intel capabilities. We just received a $2.7 million grant to finish building out our intelligence gathering capabilities within the Bexar County Jail. One of the questions that the commissioners asked us is what kind of things can you do with an intel network within the jail? Well, this case is exactly that. We have an intel group here that's already here, comprised of both law enforcement personnel, but also detention side personnel. Their job is to search the cells. We've got to search for any signs of contraband. We listen in on jail phone calls from time to time. They develop informants sometimes within the jail setting as well. So anything going on with regard to the jail, it may affect the outside world, or vice versa. There may be something going on in the outside world that may be happening inside the jail. Say, for example, an escape plot or something along those lines. Our intelligence group is tasked with gathering that intelligence and then doing whatever needs to get done to prevent that from happening and holding people accountable. In this instance here, we had a detention side deputy from our intel group listening to inmate phone calls. He heard what he believed to be some details of a murder for hire plot. Somebody was trying to hire an inmate to hire somebody else to commit some sort of a murder out in the outside world. We started backtracking and finding out that this gentleman here, Adrian Daniel Farias, 36 years of age, he was here for a case of aggravated robbery. What we gathered was happening is that this suspect was trying to enlist the help of other inmates to find someone to kill a witness in his aggravated robbery case in the outside world. Again, in hopes that, at the very least, maybe scare this person into not testifying. But in a worst case scenario, maybe he kills this witness and there goes his case, or at least that's in his estimation, no witness, no crime. And so he enlisted the help of inmate Raymond Garza. He was also an inmate here in the jail. He in turn contacted a David Torres outside the facility to conduct this murder for hire on this witness. While all of that was going on, Veronica Herrera, our next suspect, she's actually a girlfriend of inmate Adrian Farias, if I'm correct on that. She's actually a girlfriend. My understanding he's got several, but a girlfriend of inmate Adrian Farias. She was facilitating this, meeting with some of the folks that are involved here, certainly a part of this plot moving forward. The next slide. Aaron Sean Johnson. Now, aside from having approached the other two, Adrian Farias, our original inmate, actually approached this inmate as well, that was already here in here, and with the hopes of, quote unquote, scaring the victim and possibly burning her car for the price of $1,500. This inmate does admit to facilitating a meeting with Veronica Herrera and an unknown male in the outside world. So it is possible that there may be other arrests in connection with this case, but at present, these 5 people are who are being charged. The inmates that were already incarcerated on another charge, we're actually adding on charges of, as the slides say, engaging in organized criminal activity, and then retaliation. With regard to the young lady and the young man that were not current inmates at the time, these are new charges for them. But at present, everybody's facing at least the charge of engaging in organized criminal activity, along with the retaliation charge. For me, I'm a firm believer that had this intelligence deputy not been conducting just proactive monitoring of inmate phone calls, not learned what the slang means, because these guys don't just say, hey, I want you to kill my girlfriend and I'm going to pay you $1,500 to do it. They say, they talk in code many times. They talk in slang many times. And of course, our deputies are very, very good at listening to these calls, figuring out what's being said, and then backtracking through a series of calls and finding out that it turns out this guy was trying to kill a witness in his case. So they just did a really good job. At present, was just talking to our newest chief, Chief Frevoletti in the back there. She actually runs this group. about putting these people all in for an award. And she says, well, I just gave them an award for something else. So, well, another award's not going to hurt anybody. And so I just say that to say that we've got a very good intelligence group, super proud of them, as we are of all of our deputies here. But this intel group, there is no doubt in my mind, they absolutely saved a life with what they did here, and I'm super proud of them for that. Esta tarde nosotros estamos dando información tocante un caso de asesinato a sueldo, que esto es algo que pasó hace unos cuantos días. Uno de nuestros oficiales de la unidad de inteligencia, él estaba escuchando llamadas de los reos que están dentro de la cárcel. Él escuchó algo que le parecía a él que alguien estaba hablando, un reo estaba hablando con alguien fuera de la cárcel, de la posibilidad de ocupar a alguien, contratar a alguien para matar a una persona. Ya ellos empezaron a averiguar qué estaba pasando. Lo que podían averiguar es que Adrián Farías, un hombre de 36 años de edad que estaba aquí como reo, estaba intentando matar un testigo en un caso de robo con agravantes que él se estaba enfrentando. Él habló con otros dos reos. También su novia de él estaba hablando con alguien más fuera de la cárcel. Entre todos, son 5 sospechosos, entre todos estaban tratando de poner de acuerdo, de matar o cuando menos asustar este testigo para no ser testigo contra el caso este. Yo no tengo duda que esta unidad le salvaron la vida a este testigo solamente con hacer su trabajo bien en juntar inteligencia y luego ya de ahí tratando de averiguar qué es lo que está pasando. Le salvaron la vida a este testigo. Any questions?
One more time, can we go through the inmates and the 5 people and their connection?
Start at the first. Oh, here you got him here. Adrian Daniel Farias. He's the original suspect that was here on the aggravated robbery charge. He contacted the next guy, inmate Raymond Garza, who was already here on an unrelated charge. Contacted him to see if he knew anybody that could kill somebody to stop them from being a witness. He in turn contacted this next guy, David Torres, who was not an inmate. He was out in the free world at this time. He was agreeing to do the hit, so to speak. The next person, Veronica Marie Herrera, she is a love interest of inmate Adrian Farias. She was in the outside world, but was doing her best to facilitate this murder for hire as well. And then the 5th person, inmate Aaron Johnson, 51 years of age, also currently an inmate here. Aside from this line where he's contacting those guys, Farias actually went directly to him and attempted to get him to quote unquote scare and burn up the car of the victim in this case, the witness in this case, for the price of $1,500. All said and done, these 5 folks are facing the same organized crime ring. It should be noted that for an organized crime charge to work, not all 5 of the people charged here have to know about each other. So in other words, to me, the way I picture this in my mind, there's actually two different murder plots going on, and these people over here don't all necessarily know about these people over here. But the fact that they were all working together, whether they knew it or not, leads to the organized crime case and supports it.
One more time for Aaron Sean Johnson. He's an inmate, but he was being asked to scare or burn the...
He was being asked to quote unquote scare the victim and quote unquote burn her car. But I don't know that means scare or not. From what we're able to gather, some bad things were about to happen to this witness.
And Aaron was outside.
Aaron was a inmate in the jail. Mm-hmm. Farias, Garza, and Johnson are all inmates. David Torres and Veronica Herrera, at this time were not inmates. They are now, but at the time of this murder for hire plot, they were not inmates.
In executing the arrest of the people who were not inmates at the time, any issues there, or are they cooperating now with the investigation?
No, well, there was no issues to speak of. They were all taken into custody without incident, and I guess I can't go into any detail on whether they're cooperating or not, but it certainly would behoove them to. I could tell you that. Any other questions? Okay, any questions on the arrest from last night at the cockfighting ring? No? Okay. All right, thank y'all so much for joining us. Appreciate it.